Hey everyone, if you're like me, you're probably a little bit confused about suspension settings. And you set your rebound damping to whatever the manufacturer recommends. And if you're like most people, you never ever touch it again. But since I've talked to some of you who have admitted you've never ever set up your suspension and you just rode it the way you got it, I thought I would go ahead and do a quick video to show what the effects of what I think is the most mysterious part of suspension setup, which is the rebound damping. Let's take a look. So my bike is pretty typical. This is my Trek Fuel EX, and it's got a pretty simple fork. It's the Fox Performance 34, which has just a low speed adjustment on the top, which right now I've got fully wide open, so it doesn't have any low speed compression. It's got a single adjustment down here, which is for the rebound. And it's, like I said, it's just got one adjustment, so it keeps it nice and simple. The rear shock is the Fox float, and just like that, it's got really a 3-position low speed compression on top, which is pretty much wide open, mid, and closed. And then it's got the red dial here, which is the low speed rebound damping. So what I'm going to do is I've got a section of trail right here, which I've ridden a bunch of times. It's fast, it's flowy, it's got some rough sections, and what I want to see is what is the difference between running it full open and full closed, and kind of note the difference. So I've never done this. I've never played with the rebound in any of the extremes, so it's important to have them both equal. So I've got both the front and the back wide open. Then I'll do a run with them fully closed and compare them and kind of see. Stick around, let's take a look. The first thing you'll notice is just how much more active the fork is on the left. Since both shots have the same sag with the low speed compression open, they react the same to impacts, but notice how the one on the right packs up and stays almost halfway into its travel. It doesn't have enough time to recover from all of the small bumps. After these big hits, where I'm using full travel, it takes a lot longer for the slow fork to recover. It also felt like landing on flypaper as the bike stuck to the ground. To my surprise, while the fast setup was really poppy and responsive, it was nearly uncontrollable on big hits with either a turn or braking right after. I felt like a pinball bouncing from bumper to bumper, just trying to hang on. Again, you'll notice how much more active the fast shock is and how the slow one stays almost halfway compressed. Here's a section with 2 small jumps with drops that I'm going to use full travel. Notice that on the fast shock, not only does it basically propel me off the lip, it recovers almost instantly. And notice how the slow shock hasn't even moved. On smooth, flowy sections, that fast setup was really fun. But the effect of the full slow rebound was eye-opening. While it was sluggish on the flow sections, it completely calmed down all of the chatter and soaked up the big bumps and drops. The cost for this comfort, unfortunately, is about half of your available suspension travel. Notice here how I'm trying to pump and the slow shock won't budge. This experiment actually gave me a better feel for what rebound damping really does. I've now reset my suspension to be as fast as possible with just enough rebound damping to feel like I'm in control. Well, this is actually a lot of fun. I really wish I would have done this earlier. I think I was a little intimidated by just all the settings, so I just figured if I set it and forget it, everything would be fine. And it was safe, but I do think now I've got it set up more for how I ride. Everybody's settings are going to be different, you know, depending on how much you pump, depending how aggressive your trails are. You might favor stability over playfulness. So until you go out and play with the extremes on these settings, you really won't know what the small adjustments will do to change things. So I really think you should go out and try it, and let me know how it works. If you have any questions about anything that I did today, please leave it in the comment section down below. And if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. And if you're like me and just refuse to act your age, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.